From the ranch, Rancho Capistrano, in the city of San Juan Capistrano, this is the State Cup National. So shift colors, we're underway for you sailors out there past and present. This match in the boys under 12 represents the Surf White versus the Legends FC. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, and as you see, both clubs waving to their parents and the fans, and we are underway here from the ranch. Let's get the lineups for both teams. First, for Legends FC, they are head coached by Jerry Laterza, and the assistant coach is Alex Bingard. The keeper will be Philip Afia. Number 4 is David Berentos. Number 5 is Roland Munoz. Number 6 is Jonathan Navarro. Number 7 is John Paul Leong. Number 8 is Juan Reina. Number 9 is Christian Colbian. Number 10 is Alex Vergara. Number 11 is Colin Hassam. Number 14 is Brandon Hatfield. 15 is Garrett Souza. 16 is Hector Rojo. 17 is Malcolm Jones. 18 is Omar Hermosillo. 19 is Juan Gonzalez. And number 20 is Andres Salinas, along with 24 being Resolu Cervantes. Let's get the Surf White team, and they are head coached by Paul Curry. The manager is Jody Landry. Number 1 is Jacob Sintas. Number 2 is Cameron Kohani. Number 3 is Kevin Hornbeek. Number 5 is Ty Cardinali. Number 6 is David Gee. Number 7 is Jared Goldman. Number 8 is Nick Sorter. Number 9 is Jack Denny. Number 10 is Blake McAtee. Number 11 is Brian Aiken. 12 is Chris Lee. Number 15 is Evan Orlales. And number 16 is Alex Lukyanov. And number 19 is Christian Marcella. Going to be a throw-in from the far side. Touchline. 0-0 is your score. The Surf White in the blue and white shorts, and in the black and white, of course, with the gold numbers, is Legends FC. And now that ball in the defensive back of the Surf now, and pushing it across midfield. Going after at that time was Lukyanov, and he didn't get it, and then it goes out to the wide, and trying to continue on to the attacking third there is the Surf White. You're watching again a State Cup National play here at the ranch in San Juan Capistrano. And it's going to be a goal kick. And Afia, the keeper, driving it down to central now, trying to get somebody to possess it. And he's got a teammate there that pushes it across midfield. And now on the near side as they run that pass toward the central and into the 18-yard box. A strike and a save by the keeper, Nicholas Allen. Nice save by Allen. Allen protecting the near post on that blast. That ball down to central now. And on the near side, on a nice run is McAtee. McAtee in the corner. McAtee under a lot of duress. McAtee tries to center that ball and across to somebody, but nobody was able to run on to the soccer ball. And so, fortunately for him, it was knocked out by Legends FC. It's going to be a throw-in. As you see the Amtrak Surfliner going by here alongside the 5 freeway up here in the San Juan Capistrano area. And that ball pushed out to the wide at Legends FC now. being able to run onto it. And here is a run on a near post, and that is by Vergara. Vergara, nice run, and it gets a shot, but a save again by Nicholas Allen. Ball down to Central now. Vergara going after it. And it goes out of play on the near side. 0-0 your score. Going to be a throw-in now. Jonathan Navarro throwing it in. His pass intercepted. And that goes over to Reyna. Reyna's pass toward the interior is knocked out of play on the far side. And it will be, actually it was a foul in the space. So now Malcolm Jones setting it up. So Jones for Legends FC here in his championship match, trying to get a quality shot onto the net and see what they can do about putting it in the back of the net. 0-0 in the first half of action here at the Ranch, and that ball goes awry on their try. And Allen will collect it, collect one of the other balls on the right side of his net. And Allen will set it up and see what he can do towards trying to get one of his teammates to process an attack across midfield. Try to work it out of their own defensive third, but they can't. It's Ledges pushes it right down to Central, intercepted as they stand tall to Surf. There's Lukianov, and Lukianov making a good move there. Lukianov still on a soccer ball, takes a shot, and a save is made by Afia. Nice run that time by Lukianov. Alex, a nice run. He is undoubtedly the tallest player out there on the field. And now in Legends FC with that soccer ball on the wide there. Salinas having trouble. Salinas pushes it toward the Central, and here's a strike. They've got a player down at Central, and they're going to move it out to the wide now, and that is Hassom, and he takes a shot, a blast, past the backside of the net. 0-0 your score. You're watching boys under 12 action in the 2009 State Cup National. And it's Central there. The Surf trying to collect it. They can't. As Legends FC winning that soccer ball, drawing it back, and a service into the box, but nice job done by the Surf and at the top of the box protecting, but winning it there. Navarro, his chip into the box. It meets one of the blue and white. However, keeping it in the defensive third is Reyna. Reyna back over to Navarro. Navarro in the corner, but he can't turn as the defenders for Surf do a fine job of not allowing him into space to get the good quality cross. And so now it is going to be a throw-in. I believe that is Hassom, Colin Hassom throwing it in. And it's knocked out of play by Lukianov. Lukianov protecting just inside an 18-yard box, but in doing so, he's going to give way to Jonathan Navarro. Navarro going to go the short way to Vergara. Vergara, his cross, it turns out to be a shot, and a save by Nicholas Allen. So Allen protecting the near post, the keeper, and not a problem that time on Vergara's shot. Now down to Central, and still in their own defensive half. The Surf trying to do something to get it out of their own defensive half. Salinas was in the area there, and the 50-50 ball winds up to midfield now for the Surf. However, right as it does, it's sent back toward the Central. And on it now is Hassom. Hassom tried to weave his way, but disallowed there as they stand tall right there at the top of the box. Now to the wide side, a challenge, and that challenge is going to result in a foul and a free kick. So it's going to be a free kick. Taking it, as you see there, is Malcolm Jones. Jones for Legends FC. Going to get the set piece going here. See if his team can try and get a good quality shot on net. Jones strikes the soccer ball. A good high strike, and it goes past the top of the 6-yard box and past the goal line. 0-0 your score still, as they don't get anything on the net, and they give up a goal kick from Nicholas Allen. So Allen for the Surf, try and see if they can get some offense going. They're having a hard time doing that here in the first half. There's a header by Raysalu Cervantes up in the air still off the 50-50 ball. It's brought down now. Beautiful play there by Hassam, and he strikes it again and sends it all the way over into the corner. Looking for a runner in the corner is Legends FC, and here's Hassam in a space, and he's going to get ticketed for a foul right there. So free kick for the Surf. The Surf now in their own defensive third, as Kevin Hornbeek will take the free kick. And Hornbeek gets it up to midfield as the Surf try and process some sort of an attack to get it in the attacking third. However, they're struggling with it now as Reyna has it, and he draws it back for one of his defenders in the deep back to draw it all the way up to the attacking third. As you see there, Vergara getting help from Roland Munoz back towards Vergara. I didn't get it. Munoz on it now. Munoz winning it. Munoz a service. Left-footed bended ball, and he just couldn't quite get Assam to put it in the back of the net. So Hassam was trying to get that ball in the back of the net and could not quite do it. But that ball now again on the foot of Vergara. Vergara into the 18-yard box. Vergara still on it. He bends the ball up in the air and over the top of the net. He had a teammate, and I believe that was Hector Rojo. And Rojo just could not get it in the back of the net. Beautiful run, though, and in the 6-yard box by Hassam and Rojo. So Hassam and Rojo trying to, both of them trying to connect on that service by Vergara. And he just couldn't quite put it in the back of the net. Here's a touch now by Roland Munoz. But Munoz's pass is intercepted by the Surf and sent across midfield. Now they have a runner now due to Surf. The Surf trying to continue on. The Surf now having a problem with that as Malcolm Jones back there delivering a strike all the way to midfield. However, there's a touch by Jack Denny. Denny getting it to a teammate out to the wide. Denny getting the return pass. Denny wants to draw it back. He has a teammate now, and they get their passing game going with Aiken. Aiken trying to go out to the wide. He was looking for Jacob Sintas, but that ball was intercepted now as the Legends were dispossessed. Surf was dispossessed now, and the ball is going to the attacking third into the corner now. Hassam going after it, and Colin Hassam running out of real estate there. So I want to apologize if I was calling him Hassam. It's Hassam. And Hassam throughout this game has done quite well on the right side of that attack. Here's Nicholas Allen. Allen now driving it up the central. And that ball to across midfield now. And you have Roland Munoz. Munoz, giving that ball a nice step over, and then to Alex Vergara. Vergara tried to get somebody onto it, and now here's Salinas, and they do get a strike, and it's going to be out of their own defensive third, the Surf, and they are trying to push it up to midfield. Having a hard time now. And there's Alex now. Alex Lukianov. That ball pushed now towards the wide. To serve now. Trying to continue on in the attacking third. And it's going to be a whistle. And it'll be a free kick. Working against the Surf now. As Malcolm Jones driving that ball out in central. There was a quick touch by Jack Denny. And Denny getting it over to Brian Aiken. Aiken getting it to his teammate. Back to Aiken from his teammate. Aiken still on a soccer ball as he works out wide. And they find a teammate, Cardinale, to run onto it, but he couldn't possess it long enough as it was dispossessed. Not getting a lot of chances to possess that soccer ball. Lukianov, and he is dispossessed there on his run. And that ball is pushed to the near side. Vergara now on the soccer ball. Vergara with it down to central, looking for Possum, and over the top of the net. Possum taking a shot. He was all alone, and he thought he had beat the keeper on that play as he went top side, top shelf, and he just couldn't quite get it in the back of the net. Nice try, though, by Colin Possum. And on that ball now is John Paul Leong, and Leong drawing that ball on the strike toward the attacking third. And now Surf will be able to throw it in. Quick touch by Goldman, and then now that ball ends up across midfield. Legends FC, a ball bent toward the central, now bent out to the wide. Awesome, nobody there. He weaved his way down the central of the 18-yard box and then tried to bend the ball out to a winger on the wide of that 18-yard box, but nobody was there. And here's Nicholas Allen, the keeper. Allen drawing it all the way up towards midfield. Hussam, he heel passed that ball and didn't quite get anybody on it. Now and then he goes back and puts pressure on Lukianov. 0-0 is still your score in the first half of action between the Surf and Legends FC. The Surf now in the blue, trying to continue to get some offensive attack here. They haven't had it a lot. Lukianov now. Lukianov lost the soccer ball. He was trying to get it to a teammate, but nobody was there. And also the fact that that ball went over onto the foot of one of the Legends FC players, and they just drove that ball out of their own defensive third. And now they've got to play some defense here as the Surf, after the strike there of Goldman, but dispossessed, sent back up the field now. And Aiken and company now have to retreat back because here comes Legends FC, and they get back there and push it out of their own defensive third, trying to get more touches on a soccer ball. As Legends FC has been more active, quick to the touch. First touches in this match. Now here's Lukianov. Lukianov, he have the ability to stride longer than a defender, and a defender able to at least keep him from turning on him, and for the Legends FC. And so the Surf now will have to throw it in. They would have loved for Lukianov to keep on going. after the throw in by Jack Denny. Denny is now in the central with Goldman, and Goldman works it out to the far wide of your picture. There was Sentis, and Jack Sentis runs out of real estate. Sentis trying to get a good run there. And you get a good shot there of Philip Afia, the keeper, and he of the red cleats, and his team in a 0-0 championship match of the State Cup National. On the foot of Jack Denny. Denny finds Lukianov. And Lukianov getting a pass and gives it back to Denny. Denny gets it on over to his teammate there, Aiken. And out to the wide for Sentis. Sentis trying to get to it. He can't get to it. And now out to the wide is Colin. Possum could not continue on as he was dispossessed. And actually it was an offsides call, and it's a throw-in. Here's Sentis. It looked like Sentis was going to throw it in for the Surf, but Jacob is going to leave it for his teammate to throw it in. Maybe get a return pass, and he did. And he tried to head it over to Jack Denny, but Denny didn't get to it. Here's Vergara. Vergara has it now, and he was looking down the central for his teammate on a run. I believe that was Rojo again. Just could not get another great opportunity to put it back in the net. On it now is Munoz. Munoz pass is intercepted. That ball heading back towards Aiken. Here's Denny now. Denny into space, and Denny is fouled. Ray Salou Cervantes a little advantageous toward that soccer ball, and the challenge was too much that time on the leg. As Denny went down after the free kick all the way down to the defensive third. And Malcolm Jones shielding with his arms out anybody who might try to come down towards his keeper, Afia. And Phillip drives it down the far side of his offense, the right side of his offense, trying to get somebody possess it over there. 0-0 still your score here in the State Cup National from the Ranch. The championship game in a boys under 12. Possum throwing it in. He has a runner there. And Allen is able to make the save as the Legends player there ran over one of the defenders, and there was no yellow card called. And I'm sure that head coach Paul Curry didn't like that one too much. Into the corner. Here's Vergara. And Possum trying to get a teammate to possess it. Possum again. And that ball is defended very nicely in the deep interior of that 6-yard box, or just a few feet from the line. And the defenders for the Surf doing a fine job. They've been doing a fine job this entire match, and that is one of the reasons why they are still close in this game. Substitutions in the match, and we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. That ball pushed out of the defensive third all the way toward midfield. And now it's strike by Legends FC. It's off of Denny there, and then over to Cardinale. And Cardinale driving Malcolm Jones back. And Jones off the foot of Paul Leong, and then out to the wide now. In their own defensive half, pushing it across midfield now. And trying to jostle for that soccer ball. And they have it now, Legends FC. Still trying to get that elusive one in the back of the net, and another run and a strike, and nothing happened in there. Nicholas Allen says, I'll take it if you're going to shoot it like that. No problem. And Allen, who's been busy in the first half. On a right foot, bend it all the way toward midfield. Off a strike by Cervantes, getting it down to Pussum. Pussum now in his box. Pussum now, Colin Pussum. And he wants to make that extra move, and he was dispossessed that time. Nice job. Good defense in the space of that 18-yard box. You see the awning there, the Cal South. That's the area where the champion and the finalist will get their hardware at the end of this match. And both of these teams will receive some hardware, but who will get the gold championship chalice? We'll find out. And that ball knocked out. Pussum gonna throw it in. Now that ball is thrown in now, and it's knocked out of play. Throw in now for Legends FC. Into the corner now. There's a strike there by Omar Hermosillo. They keep it alive, does Legends FC, but then Lukyanov meeting it and driving it out of his own 18-yard box. Protecting well in the back with his defenders. And now running onto it is McAtee. McAtee across midfield. McAtee loses the soccer ball as into space, taking the body. He's one of the defenders there for Legends FC. Awesome. Awesome again. Awesome. Awesome, and he's tripped up, but just outside the box, and center rep says play on. Vergara now. Vergara having trouble with Sentus, and Sentus in the corner, and it's going to be a foul. Foul against Vergara. Alex, a little bit too aggressive that time. And Juan Reyna sending it towards his attackers there. And that ball to Hussam, and Hussam nearly scored. He had the keeper beat as Allen was off the line, and he took the shot, but could not get it inside the near post. Allen says, hey, I had to be a little aggressive that time, and if he scores, he scores. But I'm not going to allow him to get an easy shot on me. And beautiful job that time. Trying to make it very difficult on Colin Hussam. And Hussam could not put it in the back of the net. Colin Hussam has been very, very staunch in this game. He has been very active, very aggressive. He has run that offense very, very well down the central and to the right of the attack for Legends FC. Lukyanov has been very active also. He gets tripped up just outside the box. Alex Lukyanov. The throw in now by the serve. And that ball is swept all the way toward the midfield. However, Legends FC winning it again, getting those key touches to do what they need to do to keep the ball in the attacking area. However, now the serve in blue and white. Jacob Sentus. Sentus now throws it towards Lukyanov. He didn't get it. Into the 18-yard box. Malcolm Jones striking it, and they get it out of the box. Try to push it up Vergara with his speed and quickness. Try to get it there to Hassam, and Hassam does not continue on with it as they dispossessed him that time. Resolu Cervantes looking for Hassam, and Hassam just was not able to get it. Allen able to get it, though, for the Surf. Pushing it all the way up. John Paul Leong. And that ball all the way retreating back to the keeper, Afia, who hasn't had to do much as far as protecting his own box, his own goal box. And nice job done by both teams. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Here we go in the second half of the State Cup National Championship for the boys under 12 at the Ranch here in Rancho Capistrano. Again, great to be with you. I'm Greg, GK Porter. And again, George Landeman Video Sports Productions out of the San Diego area for many, many years. Watching the Surf, a San Diego team against the Legends FC. 0-0 in the first half. Most of the chances were by the Surf. By the Legends FC in the first half, And they were first touching that soccer ball, but they just could not get one in the back of the net. Now here's a quick play down to Central. And Afia saves it. Oh, that time a big opportunity by Blake McAtee. And McAtee just could not pry that ball away from the keeper and put it in the back of the net. Nice run early here in the second half to try to get the lead here in this championship match. And now over into the corner now as the Legends FC. And a bending ball over the top of the net that time. And, of course, when you flip the script, actually out there as far as the field is concerned, you're going to see different players on the near side that you didn't get a good look at in the first half. And that ball is way over the top of the net on a strike. Nicholas Allen knows that, and he'll take the leisurely jog, not hurting his team because it is a 0-0 match. On over to retrieve that soccer ball. Legends FC, head coach by Jerry Laterza, and the assistant coach is Alex Bingard. And now on that soccer ball is Hassam. Hassam now trying to turn, and Hassam doesn't get his opportunity that time, and he's not happy about it either. Hassam, you saw his action in the first half from the far side of your picture, more or less. And now you're going to get in a good opportunity as they're going from left to right on the picture screen here in the second half to see Mr. Hassam. Hassam again trying to get it, but he's dispossessed in the last moment by Nick Sorter. Nice play in a space by Nick Sorter. Getting that ball out of danger. However, it is going to be a Roland Munoz setup. Munoz setting it up on a set piece. The first one here in the second half. The left-footed in-swinger is intercepted into the box. And Denny comes out with it, wanting to get a teammate to run onto it, but he doesn't get it as Vergara takes a shot. And no problem for Allen. Vergara on Legends FC, and it's one of the strikers has been real difficult to deal with if you're the Surf defenders. And on the far side, they're dealing with him now, and they dispossess him. Take that soccer ball away, Lukianov. Lukianov drawing it over to his teammate. And now they have a run now. Here is Aiken and a save by Afia. Nice job done by Brian Aiken, but saved by Afia. And that ball pushed back toward the defensive third. Retreating back to go get it that time. Reyna pushing across midfield. And there is Vergara. Vergara trying to get his teammate to run onto it.
Hey, dude, come on. Get your head out of here.
And that was would have been Hermosillo. Tough to see the numbers for Legends FC. Might have been giving credit to Rojo in the first half, but it was actually, I believe, Hermosillo who was the guy that nearly scored a few times. Omar Hermosillo. So we'll give him the correct plaudits here in the second half. There's Rojo now. Rojo trying to make a move, and now is Possum. And does it go down inside the box or outside the box? If it's inside the box, it's a penalty shot. And it is just outside the 18-yard box. Luckily for the Surf, as they can try and defend on it. You really don't have much of a chance if it's a penalty shot. And right now, Jonathan Navarro. And is Navarro going to take it? Is it Vergara? Could be any kind of combination of fake. And one player faking and the other player taking it. As a serve, getting their wall. Vergara's going to strike it. He bends it and he scores! Go, 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 Alex Vergara! And it's 1-0 Legends FC. What a play by Vergara as he was able to bend that ball and get it just inside the far post. Outstanding strike by Mr. Alex Vergara, the young man. And he now has his team in a situation where they can play defense and win the State Cup National Championship. But if you're the Surf, you're saying, you know what? We can still put one in the back of the net. But here's Vergara, and he's tripped up on the outside as he tried to turn, and it's going to be a free kick. Vergara has had opportunities in the first half. He wasn't able to cash in on them. And finally, he got his opportunity for the set-piece try, and he beats the keeper on a beautiful shot. And it is 1-0. Legends FC now trying to add another one and really make it tough for the boys in a white and blue to Possum, and he wasn't able to bring it down to somebody, and they win it. And here's Aiken. Aiken coming out of his own defensive half, and there's a whistle. Might have been an offsides call. And let's see, maybe not. Maybe just a foul, and the Surf going to get an opportunity here to keep their counterattack going. And that's exactly what they're going to get. As the Surf, Brian Aiken is going to take this play and get it in the defensive half of Legends FC. They do. Lukianov off the bending ball, brings it down toward the 18-yard box, but a strike there quickly by John Paul Leong. And then Leong again gets another strike and gets it all the way up to Hermosillo, who was retreating back. And now running onto it that time was Navarro, and it's knocked out of play in their own half of the field by the Surf. So Legends FC will throw it in. And the State Cup National, the championship one here at the Ranch. Rancho Capistrano, which is part of the city of San Juan Capistrano. Hermosillo brings it down to Vergara, looking for Hussam, and he didn't get it. And here is Lukianoff down to central, and nobody to get to that one as they stiffen up in the interior down to central. However, nice touch that time quickly by Jack Denny, and Denny pushing it out to the Y. Here's Aiken. Aiken still on the soccer ball, and that ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw-in or a foul. Let's see here. It's going to be an actual, might have been an offsides call, and it'll be a free kick for Legends FC. Malcolm Jones is going to take it there. Jones strikes that ball all the way up to midfield and across midfield where Lukianoff is able to get it, but now he has to retreat back to go get it. It's stolen away by Pussum all the way to Allen, and he makes the save. Colin Pussum able to make the save, able to make the big play to where Allen has to make the save. And at time, it goes across. Lukianoff now. Lukianoff and a serve, trying to continue on, but it cannot. As standing tall back there, the defenders in the back. Being able to play well here for Legends FC. The Surf now on a soccer ball, throwing it in, intercepted. The Surf striking across, down toward the attacking third as they get a runner that time. And that is Blake McAtee, but McAtee never got to it. Vergara, his alternate number on the Legends FC, can't get to it. So now the Surf throw it in. The Surf on the far side, you see there's Goldman. And Goldman trying to get a through ball to somebody. That ball was knocked out of play by Legends FC. Surf throw it in. It went by Goldman that time. It didn't get to Aiken, and it's knocked out off the foot of Lukianoff. As Vergara throws it in, looking for Hermosillo. Hermosillo won't get to it as it was knocked off by the Surf. And now here's Pussum. Colin Pussum throws it in, looking for Hermosillo. Hermosillo still chasing it down, and Allen comes out and makes a save. Nice job done by Nicholas Allen. Coming off his line and not allowing Hermosillo to get the good strike on it. Back to midfield. There's Aiken. The Lukianoff now. And on it there was trying to get it was Cardinale, and it's going to be a foul. And that foul is going to go against Legends FC. So now to Surf with an opportunity. Here's Aiken. Aiken's teeing it up. Brian Aiken, which way will he go with a soccer ball? Right at the center circle, just beyond the midfield stripe. And that ball headed all the way down toward the 18-yard box, intercepted. But there's Denny. Denny pushes it up. Denny again on another trying to get it to Lukianoff. Lukianoff watches a player go by him. Here's Lukianoff now, and he bends it over to Aiken. Aiken trying to get it back to Denny, and it didn't get there. However, the blue and white still have it toward the 18-yard box, and they still have it out. Coming out is Afia, and it's going to be an offsides call. They thought they had something that time with Blake McAtee, but it was an offsides call that time. Now here is Pussum, knocked off by Aiken. Here's Denny now. Denny on it. Over to Lukianoff. Lukianoff on the near side. There's Jones, and he comes over into the play. That ball is knocked past a near side touchline, and it will be a throw-in as it was lastly knocked off. No call by the center ref so far on that collision with Lukianoff and Malcolm Jones. Well, Jones, well, there's a call. It did happen to be a foul against Lukianoff. So Malcolm Jones will take the free kick in his own defensive third. 1-0 your score. Legends FC in a State Cup National, trying to go on to the Far West Regional. And that'll be in Lancaster in June. And that ball now pushed out towards the wide there. And Vergara has it and wins it. Nice play by Vergara, bringing it down towards himself, but he could not get the ball as it had too much pace on it. It didn't matter, though, as the Surf knocked it out of play. And out of Surf had to really begin to think, we've got to keep the ball out of our own defensive half. We need to keep it in their half and we need to try to get a ball in the back of the net. Lukyanov, and he knocks that one awry of his own net. And so it now will be a corner kick as Lukyanov, Alex knocking it past the goal line. So Legends FC, they want to get it started. Vergara makes a quick shifty move. Vergara, and it's intercepted by Lukyanov. There's still players there for Legends FC. Hermosillo, and it's blocked just right there at the far post. But here is Hussam, and Hussam now trying to make a play, and it was knocked out. Hussam again in the corner. Hussam trying to get it, and they round him off the soccer ball, and Hussam not really happy about that. Colin Hussam not really happy about that particular play. Here's Allen. Allen now, the keeper, drawing it all the way up. It goes off of Lukyanov, and another strike knocked out of play on the near side. It's Legends FC protecting, and his center ref says, wait a minute. You know, and it's going to be a throw-in now. The throw-in is going to be by Nick Sorter. 1-0. Legends FC leads Surf White on Vergara's goal. It is a substitution. We'll mention any of the substitutions as they touch that soccer ball. And that ball goes across midfield now. And it is Hussam. Hussam has it now. Hussam trying to give it to Hermosillo. Hermosillo now, he's got the ball over looking for Vergara, but in the interior, they stand tall, and they're strong in the space and push it across midfield. Here's Legends FC, though. They lead 1-0, trying to add maybe what they would call the clincher if they could put another one in the back of the net. And if you're the Surf, you're saying, no, we don't want to let you do that. We want this to go into overtime. Here's Malcolm Jones. Jones trying to get it to a teammate. It went off his foot, and Jones strikes it again. Jones towards midfield. It bounces over towards Vergara. And now it's a strike towards Hermosillo. And Hussam and Lukyanov retreats back nicely and pushes it across. As it turns out to be the goal line, it'll be a CK. Nicely done that time. Getting back is Alex Lukyanov. So now it is going to be a CK. 1-0, Legends FC leads here in the State Cup National. I'm Greg GK Porter. Happy to be with you from the ranch here in the second half of this exciting match. That ball inside the 18-yard box off of Hussam. Hussam strikes it again, and he just couldn't quite get his teammate to put it in the far side, the far post that time. And here is Allen. Allen going to drive it out of his own defensive third. It's up in the air on a strike that time by Cervantes. And now coming over here is Rojo. Rojo bringing it down. Rojo trying to get around one defender. He does. Gets around two. Finds his teammate that time, and that's Roland Munoz. Munoz out to the Y. Here's Vergara. Vergara all alone. Takes a shot aside by Allen. Oh, nice save by Allen as he raged towards his left, protecting the near post. He tried to beat him on the inside of his body that time, and Allen able to reach to his left and make the save as he was trying to protect the near post. That time, here's another strike again. Hussam there. Hussam strikes it again. Can't get to it. Now another teammate, Rojo. Hussam, he scores! Go, 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 go! Colin Hussam. And it is 2-0. He has been trying all game, and he finally gets the goal. And it is 2-0, and that might have been the clincher right there here in this State Cup National. And now, if you're the Surf, you got a lot of work to do in the waning moments of this second half. As scoring in this game has been Vergara and Colin Hussam. And it has put the Legends FC ahead 2-0. And that is a huge lead in a very close hotly contested and defensive matchup in this one. And all of the goals have been scored here in the second half. The Surf in their own half. They really have now to really start getting some real shots going towards the back of the net. As you see, Colin Hussam, and a measure of satisfaction for him as he has played well in this match. In the first half, a lot of his tries, he had a point-blank try against Nicholas Allen. Allen made a great play to keep him from getting a good shot. And he's had some other plays, too, where they just could not get him in the back of the net. Hermosillo the same way. And who knows, there may be a few more on the scoreboard. But unfortunately, fictitiously, there is actually no scoreboard sitting around. Here's Vergara. Vergara now trying to get a step over. Vergara now just draws it back, takes his time over to Munoz, and they can do that. They got the 2-0 lead, not in a hurry. Munoz's shot is blocked. Surf on the soccer ball now. They're going to push it up to Alex Lukianov. Lukianov trying to make a run, but they dispossess him and send it back the other way. The ability to contain Alex has been one of those things in this match that has really helped the Legends FC towards having a lead in this contest, because he has had some chances and they have found a way to not allow him, he being the tallest player out there on a soccer field, to have a big time advantage, either height-wise or otherwise. And that has been collectively because of the defenders of Legends FC has basically said, we are going to make sure that we contain him and not allow him to either pass the ball to somebody and make sure that he can't beat us. And kind of an umbrella effect, so to speak, on him. And that has really been the key, because as you well know, Lukianov has been very detrimental to the defense and the defenders of other clubs, obviously, to get to this championship game. There he strikes it again, looking for Denny. Denny has it now. Denny now, Jack Denny. Denny on a run. Denny down to central. He was looking for Aiken. He never got it. Jack Denny now, nice chest trap. And Jack Denny pushes it to the right side of the offensive attack. And that time he was looking for Juan Gonzalez, and Gonzalez never got to the soccer ball, as it was knocked out by Legends FC, retreating back in their own defensive third. So now it'll be a throw-in. You're looking in the far corner of your picture there. You see this Cal South awning, and that is going to be where they're going to give out the hardware. And right now, if you were talking about somebody writing a name on the hardware, it would be Legends FC. It's up to the Surf to try to take that name off of there. But they don't have a lot of time to do so, and they're down 2-0. A lot of hard work has to be done. Here is Lukianov, and he tries to get it over to his teammate Juan Gonzalez, and it never got there. It was knocked out of play. As you see, 2-0 your score. And it will be a throw-in, though. The Surf into the attacking third by Lukianov. However, Denny strikes it into the box. It's up in the air, almost a handball in the box, and trying to get it, and they have Jack Denny again. He pushes it up again, and here's Lukianov. Lukianov bringing it down, but it's intercepted, but he gets it again and then loses it. And that ball is pushed out of their deep third, retreating back. Only two players on their own defensive half of the field for the Surf, as they reduce the size of the field, and now a foul there in the space, and it's going to be a free kick. Free kick, Brian Aiken will take it.
Come on, look over here.
And he's going to give way to a teammate to strike it on the low side. It caroms over into the corner now. Chasing it down is Juan Gonzalez. He can't get to it. Vergara is there, and he pushes it all the way towards midfield. And it is still in the field of play. Beautifully done. Hornbeek has it. And the center ref says no. That ball was out of play. So it looked like for a second there it was going to be in. Here's Jack Denny after the throw-in. Denny now His diagonal pass and a shot and a save. Nice pass over there to Nick Sorter and a save by Afia. And across midfield in their own defensive half, and now they have to retreat back. They can't be doing too much of that. There's not a lot of time left in this match. And Legends FC don't have to score again. All they have to do is just keep them bottled up in their own half of the field and run out the clock. And here, if you're Navarro there, sending that ball door to Central. Here's another strike, and Allen is able to make the save just at the top of the line there. And just beyond his own line and able to make the save. And now on it is Roland Munoz. Munoz on that ball, pushing it all the way over to the corner for Vergara. Running out of real estate, and it'll be a goal kick. And if you're Allen, you got to get this goal kick started and get it down the field. And there's going to be a substitution in this match. Here at the Rancho Capistrano in the city of San Juan Capistrano. You see there in the foreground, you see the 5 freeway, and we've seen the trains going by, the Surfliner. This goes down towards San Diego where the Surf are at, and all the way back up to Los Angeles area. And I'll tell you what, this has been a great match. 0-0 at the end of the first half, and 2-0 now. On the goal by Vergara and by Hassam. Hassam now. Out to the wide now. He finds a teammate there, dispossessed. That was Roland Munoz, and knocked out of play. Hornbeek. Kevin Hornbeek doing a fine job defensively in this match. But he's been pressured now. And now you have Hussam throwing it in off of Hornbeek, and a strike by Vergara over the top of the net. And it is still 2-0. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you in this fine championship match in the boys under 12, where you see Nicholas Allen there is about ready to strike that ball in his own defensive half, while we have fresh players come out, and getting a round of applause was Colin Hussam. And a fresh player coming in, and as you know, we mentioned them as they touch that soccer ball. That ball all the way down toward the Central, and obviously head coach Jerry Laturza has to be feeling pretty good right about now. And to be able to take Colin out of the match. Hornbeek driving that ball up in the air. Denny trying to get to it, and it ends up winding up on the foot of Marcella, and now retreating back to their own half of the field. Throw in, Legends FC. They lead 2-0 in this boys under 12 championship match. In their own half of the field, they throw it in. Time running down. And the players for Legends FC, they're very well aware of that particular fact. On it. In the Central, drawing it back in the defensive half. The Surf, they've got to win every possession. They've got to keep the ball going forward, but not able to do so. And a save that time. A try for another goal, and Allen was there. Nice play by Allen. He has played a very, very, very good keeper today. But you have to give credit to the offensive attack, the offensive abilities of Legends FC, and they have put a lot of pressure all game long on a Surf White. Look at the body language now to Surf, knowing there isn't much time left And Legends FC, they've slowed down, not really pushing the issue. And the far side, you see Christian Marcella trying to make a play over to Luciano. And now that ball is off the foot of Jonathan Navarro. And now off the touch of Brandon Hatfield. And over there you see now, and that's Andre Salinas. Salinas now is going to try to bring it in. Salinas, his team leading 2-0. Andre Salinas strikes it. Salinas now from the wide. Salinas still on him. Marcella on him. And over into the corner. And that ball is going to go out of play. Lastly touched off by the serve. Brought in, and a strike that time by Brian Aiken, and Aiken driving it out of the field of action. Still 2-0. And the waning final moments of this match. That ball struck all the way off a header, and can Allen get to it? He does. Trying to strike it first that time was Jonathan Navarro, but he missed it. And Allen able to get to it. Intercepted towards the 18-yard box. The surf now driving it all the way to midfield. And running onto it that time, you see for Legends FC, Juan Gonzalez. And it goes out of play on the near side. The surf now with a free kick out of their own half of the field. Don't have a lot of time to try to put this one in the back of the net. As now running onto it there was Sintas. Sintas trying to get it into Aiken. He throws it in the corner, actually over to McAtee. And there's a double whistle, and that is the end of the match. The championship won from the Rancho Capistrano, the champions of the boys under 12. A lot of hard work to get to this championship game, and Legends FC, once they got there in the second half, they put the goals in the net to win it 2-0. We hope you enjoyed all the action. I'm Greg G.K. Porter saying so long from the Rancho Capistrano in the city of San Juan Capistrano. Take care of yourself, God bless, and save this one on the hard drive. See ya.
This tournament is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, to get through and be a champion or be a finalist. And from our standpoint, we want to first of all congratulate both of you, and second of all, remind everybody that there are no losers today. Okay? You worked hard to get to this point. You should be proud of your accomplishments throughout the tournament. And to be able to be sitting here today shows a testament to both Surf White's club and Legends FC's club to be able to get here today. So again, for both teams, tremendous congratulations. Well done.
First off, I've got to say many congratulations to Legends team. Very worthy champions as well. Team that I knew was going to be very difficult game, and it was. We had to hang in there as best we could. Couldn't really live with you on the day. I think very talented team in every position, and like I say, many congratulations. You fully deserve it. So very well done. My boys, obviously it's a wee bit of disappointment because in any game you want to win it, but I have to say that I'm not too down really, because I think to get this far, to get to the state cup final, has been a massive achievement for you boys. I think if someone was running a book before this competition, we'd be like 52 on outsiders. But somehow we did it. You know, we pulled together as a team, which was great to see. The new players came on board, which helped a lot. And you should be very, very proud of yourself to get to a state cup final. It may never happen again, so enjoy the occasion, remember the memories of today, and you did brilliant. I'm really proud of you, and I couldn't think of a better way to finish my 2 years as coach and for you to finish the season. You've been really good, so I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been very, very exciting tournament, and you tried your best there in the final, and that's all you can do. You did a great effort. It was good to see. So well done, everybody. Well done. Where's my lovely team manager? Here she is. Big round of applause, Jody. Team manager of the year. Okay, alright, and we'll just call the players up individually to receive these medals. I'm sure you'll treasure these for a long time for your lives. We'll start with the goalie, Nick. A terrific game. Go, Nick!
Nick.
What do you think now, Alex? Christian, well done. Tight. Great tournament. Well done. Evan. Left, right, Nick. Well done, Nick.
Great job.
Blake. Come on, Blake. Well done, Blake. Yeah, Kevin, you were brilliant today. Yeah. Brilliant. Chris. Come on, Chris. Yeah, Chris. Cameron.
Good job, Cam.
Jack, centre midfield, the general. Come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack. Well done, Jack.
Jared.
Good job, Jared.
Jacob. Great tournament, Jacob.
Jacob.
Last but not least, Brian, the captain. Well done, Brian. Woo. Okay, on behalf of Cal South and the State Cup Committee, we want to present the National Cup 2009 finalist trophy in boys U12 to Surf White. Thank you, everybody. Guys, congratulations. You've crossed the first hurdle, all right, which is probably the toughest. The competition in this state is by far the best, and you've shown to be the best in this age group. And now, the next hurdle is Carlos Regionals in the basketball tournament. And I know that everybody associated with this team and this club, Eduardo, Alex, Billy, will get this team up and ready for 6 games in 7 days. All right? And you have target on your back, because last year's regional champion came from Cal South. So, again, tremendous accomplishment today, and it is your first tournament. All right. So again, Eduardo, boys, congratulations.
I'm gonna tell the guys that I don't think they know me by just to get out of the. I'm Jerry, by the way. I think they don't know that's my real name. But first of all, I want to thank you guys. It was a great game. Keep your head up, guys, because it's a final. I think it was a great final. And the good thing about it is you guys are young and you have another day to play. So just keep on working hard. I'm gonna be a little bit short with the boys. I'll talk to somewhere else, but I'm very happy with the boys. I can't be any prouder. Just because maybe 2 months ago, the team was about to disappear. And we came together and we did it, and there's a lot of talent, and I'm very proud of them with the help of all the staff, the parents, and Cal South. Thank you very much. And with the staff, with Alex, Tony, Billy, and also my dad that helped out a lot too. So thank you very much. We'll start. Philip, let's go. Juanito. Call in. No. David. Malcolm. Alex.
Poppy, where are you?
Okay, first of all, Nike being the State Association sponsor, we want to present a Nike game ball to Jerry, as he can see, to do with it as he sees fit.
We'll all sign it, we'll keep it. All right.
Okay, guys. First one. Okay, you got one more to get. But we want to present, on behalf of Cal South and the State Cup Committee, the National Cup 2009 Champion Trophy in boys U12 to Legends FC.
Hi, I'm Brandon Hatfield. I'm number 14 for Legends, and I think this year's been a very good year. Obviously, with our new coach Jerry, he's only been here a couple months, and I'm very proud in that we've been able to pull all this off. And congrats to all Legends and Jerry and all the coaches.
Hi, my name is Philip, and my other nickname is Nigerian Nightmare. My position, I'm goalie number 1, and I'm the best goalie in the state. Yeah, we're gonna win everything. Regionals.
My name is Jonathan Navarro, number 6. I play right mid, and I feel very good for winning the National Cup. And I congrats Jerry on leading us to it.
My name is Malcolm, and we won. And I play sweeper. It was a fun game, and Jerry's our coach, and he's really funny. And I'm 17, and it's all.
My name is Colin, and I'm number 11, and I play forward. And today we played against Surf, and we won 2-0. And I scored the second goal, and it was fun. And I congratulate our coach Jerry and our whole team for getting this far and actually winning.
I'm Christian, defender number 9. I congrat the team and Coach Alex and Coach Jerry.
My name is Andres Salinas, and I'm a number 20. I play right middle, and I congratulate the team and the coach for the hard work and to get this far to the final and win it.
Hi, my name is John Paul. I'm number 7. I play stopper, and I'd like to congratulate our coach Jerry for making our season fun, and congratulate our team for making it all the way and winning.
My name's Omar. I play forward. My number is number 18, and I want to thank Jerry for coaching us.
Is this thing on? My name is Rolando, and I'm number 5. And we won. My position is mid.
How did you contribute to today's goal? What did you do? What was your biggest play?
Passing the ball.
My name is Alejandro Vergara. I'm left mid, and I made a free kick, and I made it.
Let's go.
My name is Roselu Cervantes, and I play mid, and I'm number 24, and we won, and I'm excited.
Hi, my name is Juan Gonzalez, and I play defense. I play for the right, and I saved the team from almost scoring a goal. Yeah.
My name is David Barrientos. I play defense, and I feel very happy to be on this team.
My name is Hector Rojo, and I'm 16, and I feel good.
What's your position?
Right mid.
My name is Juan Reina, and I'm number 8, and left defense, and I feel good.
My name is Garrett Souza, and I'm number 15. I play center back, and like in the first round, I hurt my elbow, and I got to play today, so it was really good, and I feel great that we won today, and it was a really good win for our team.
I'm Coach Jerry, and just wanted to let all the boys know, hopefully, with this video, when they get older, they look back and have great memories. I'm very happy for them. I'm very proud of them, all of them. And like I said, it's an enjoyable team. I love them. It's every time we have training, there's 17 guys there. And like I said, I'm very happy, and our next goal is to win regionals. Thank you.
Coach, before you go, let me ask. You mentioned earlier that the team was in a bad way a couple months ago. What did they do, or how did you get to the point now where you're now the champion?
Well, what I meant by that was basically it was a situation where it wasn't really united, and I just kind of, when I came into the team, we just got it together. We all started pulling the same way, and like I said, that's the reason I'm very proud of them. They're all pulling the same way. They're kids that love the game, and they have a bright future. So hopefully this is a game that could make them dream a little bit more, and hopefully they can have good grades in the next years to come, so they can go to college and maybe even turn pro if they're lucky enough to do that.